guys, welcome to my Ocean One and Then Some channel. I'm going to do a shout out for Fisker Service or Fisker Fixer. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name. I think that's something that everybody should join. Well, maybe join's a bad word. Follow on Instagram, and of course, if you've not done that, you need to join the Fisker Owners Association. I would recommend that you do that. And you're going to want to follow this company that I'm going to talk about. You're going to want to follow them on Instagram. You might notice my eye here. I was working on the Jeep last night after we got back from Disney. We had a great time at Disney, you know, build those memories, have a good time. My kids are about grown, so those are, you know, going to get farther and in between. But, you know, you got to enjoy them. We've been going to Disney for a long time. But anyway, I was working on the Jeep and got home from Disney, and I was excited to put some stuff in the car, like a backup camera, and I was replacing the one that I'd put in. I decided to do it a little bit differently, and I had my socks on, and I had cleaned the Jeep. I had a serious slick spot in the concrete, but I didn't realize it. So I was in the Jeep, and I was working, and I spun around in the seat to get out, and I put both feet down at the same time. Those just whoosh, slid out from under me. I stuck my right arm out to try to catch myself. That didn't work, and I just, you know, bent my arm in under me and sprained my wrist and my hand and my arm, and my head bounced off the concrete. I mean, boom, boom. And I thought I was bleeding, but I felt up here and kept tapping and looking, and there wasn't any blood, and so that's when I realized I was getting, you know, a pretty good pump knot on my head. And anyway, you know, I packed my head down with ice and my wrist and my arm down with ice, and I was pretty sure I didn't break it. Pretty sure I hadn't broke my arm. And then my daughter, she's pretty skilled in certain areas, so she tested me for a concussion, and I didn't have one, luckily. But anyway, I want to throw that out there in case you see, you know, I'm barely swollen now compared to what I was, but I'm still swollen. Basically had an egg on the side of my head. Luckily, I'm hard-headed though, so I'm fine. Not seriously injured in any way. Just you know, got a mild headache and my arm's hurting. But I wanted to do a quick video for you guys after rambling about falling, and it's up here, okay? I think you guys should follow this. Let's see, am I getting that right? Right there. Fisker Service with an X in there. So I may be mispronouncing that. I'm not exactly sure how they expect that to be pronounced. Maybe it's Fixer. I'm not sure, but I'm going to read what their title is on Instagram. It's Fisker Service specializes in expert maintenance and repairs for the revolutionary Fisker Ocean. So this is a good start, guys. You know, this is good for us. They're just, you know, going to be scattered, and right now, well, I reached out to them to ask them, you know, what they were doing, where they were based, and the reply I got was very quick and very cordial. It said, we are a group of former technicians. They support, well, we support California, Seattle, and New Mexico. Florida is in the works, and they will try to bring on more individuals as they depart Fisker. So looks like, you know, they saw an opportunity here, and they want to, you know, keep the oceans going. So I think this is great. If you have not followed them, I would recommend that you do. Reach out to them. You might know some former techs that you could, you know, give them a lead on if they're interested. So basically, as people get, you know, terminated from Fisker as far as tech's concerned, hopefully most of them would consider joining this group and, you know, being able to provide a remote service, you know, like they were going to do anyway. So as long as parts are available, you know, maybe through Fisker Lease or, you know, through the Fisker Owners Association, maybe we could keep that going. So this might become a lifesaver. Now, I did reach out to them on one thing. They're doing a card with the NFC built into it. So that would be just exactly like your key fob, except it would be for the NFC reader part only. And at first you might be thinking, well, you know, what can I do with that? Well, you can lock your car and you can unlock your car and you can start your car. I think most of us, myself included, would very much like to have a backup. You know, just in case something happens, you know. Fobs, you know, they get missing sometimes, you know. They may get damaged. Things go wrong. Now, the price on those is $500. That is a little steep, but again, I think we have to be deeply appreciative of this company, you know, just doing anything as far as that goes. So, you know, I think this could turn into something that most of us could turn to and get support in some fashion instead of, you know, having a brick on wheels if something happens to our ocean. So between this and the Fisker's Owners Association, I would highly recommend that if you've not, you join the Fisker Owners Association. You join that. And if you've not followed Fisker Service on Instagram, I'm recommending that you go ahead and do that. I think that's a good thing to join and be a part of. And if you know any former techs, you know, maybe you could, you know, reach out to them or have Fisker Service reach out to them, and hopefully they will consider joining as well. So we're just going to have to see how this works out, guys. We're going to have to stick together, you know, as far as how to solve things, and we're just going to have to work together. I love the ocean. It's a great ride. It's been a lot of fun, but it has been, you know, a lot of misery too in the grand scheme of things with just, you know, things didn't go as we expected. Maybe eventually we could maybe start getting software updates. I don't know what that's going to look like. You know, there's a lot of regulation built into that, so that might be dreaming right now, but word is that 3.0 is rather finalized. Now, whether we would ever get that or not, flip a quarter. Also, you know, bankruptcy, we went into Chapter 11. We're going to exit with Chapter 7. Unfortunately, this looks like, you know, it's being telegraphed, you know, miles and miles away. We're going to go from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7. So it's liquidation. Who picks up the company, if anybody? Who picks up the IP, if anybody? You know, things could still happen. The shares are toast, of course. So, you know, if you put any money there, that's poof, that's gone. But, you know, that was a risk that we all knew way back. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and stay safe out there, because, you know, accidents happen. I'm a good example of that. You know, just freak accident. I've had 2 freak accidents in my life. One where I cut my hand horribly. I don't know. Can you see that? Can you see my scar? Don't know if you can see that, but I cut my hand way, I mean, just wide open. That one got me a helicopter ride. And this one was a freak accident too, but luckily nothing, you know, nothing serious there. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in. I'll probably do my options channel. I'll probably do that. If any of you are interested in that, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I got a mild headache. I think I'll just go to bed. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and until next time.